if all goes well, in this video we're going to be doing some troubleshooting for the starter and the starter solenoid. So first things first, let me get on the right side of the bike so you guys can see stuff. That would help, I'm sure. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and take this solenoid and we're going to uncover the end of the terminal. We're going to be extremely careful not to let that sucker ground out. So, not really a fan of the way they did this. So, on this, we have some terminals. So, first thing you want to do, take your multimeter, stick it on a 20 volt range or higher, DC, and we're just going to check for battery power at the solenoid, because if you're not getting any there, then you get a problem with your battery. So I'm going to use any old metal spot here as a ground. Let's see if this brake reservoir wants to let me. There we go. No, maybe not. It'll make it easier for people to see. Just scale it back, apparently the battery side. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and test this. So the right side is battery, and we're going to test that against the ground. And we got a little bit weak battery, but not horribly so, considering she's been sitting for some time. Now on the other side, that's where your starter would be, and you shouldn't see anything over here. Technically, I think you could reverse this without ill effect, but it's just a piss poor idea. So we've verified that we do have battery power to the solenoid. Without battery power to the solenoid, it's not going to work. So that's why we're doing that. Over to on. And we're going to check and make sure that the solenoid works when we go ahead and try to start her. And I have it right now, it's in neutral, so it should start. Kickstand's down, it's in neutral. But what we should see over here is this should change as I hit the starter button if the solenoid's getting power to the coil. So we did have power, and that's doing everything we should see. Now, if you have power at that spot, even if the bike doesn't start, you got an advantage here, is you know you're getting power to your solenoid, to the coil. Now, to test whether or not you're actually getting power to your starter, you're going to take this, you're going to go ahead and we're going to use this point right here, which is the starter lug. See if I can hold that kind of off to the side. So when I go to start this again, we should see 12 volts here, just as long as the starter runs. So we had it. So we have that there. Now, there's a couple things you can do to test. Now, this relay, the solenoid, has two 30-amp fuses up here. If when you hit the button you don't hear a click and you're not getting voltage on your starter side, check these two fuses. They're two 30-amp fuses, and more likely than not, that's going to be your issue. So I'm going to cover this back up. And that's basically all she wrote. I mean, that's really all there is to it. Now, that covers basically the solenoid. The starter itself, I mean, there's some tests you can do, but that's beyond the scope of this video. So we're going to leave that be. Put this flat back over. That. Wow. So if you like this, please subscribe, and feel free to like, share with your social media friends, and enjoy the video. Thank you.